Welcome, welcome. Welcome to our Wednesday Wellbeing session with Westside Beard, and today we're filming some yoga. So come all the way down onto your mat. This is the hardest part of your yoga practice, actually finding the time in your day to make it to the mat. So well done for making it here. We're going to have a nice stretch and move through the body. Good for whatever time of the day you've managed to find this time to practice. So now you've made it to the mat, you've done the hardest part, just notice what you've brought onto the mat. Notice how you're feeling in the body. Notice anything that's going on in your mind with your breath. Notice any sensations that are coming up in your bodies. And every time we exhale, just start to think about relaxing, softening, letting go. Letting go of the things that you're carrying from your day, from your week, from the month. The things that you've been holding onto that you just don't need to hold on to anymore. Let them melt away. And see if you can start to take a slightly deeper, longer inhale through the nose. And a longer exhale. Filling up the lungs as you inhale with fresh energy and oxygen. And letting everything go as you exhale. Taking 3 more breaths here. Excellent. Let's bring a bend into the knees and take the feet wide to the width of our mats. Take the arms a little bit wider than the mat, and we're just going to move with the breath as we let the knees go in one direction and the gaze in the opposite direction. So just moving with your breath as we start to get some lateral rotation into the spine. We start to loosen off around the hips. Excellent. Next time the knees come over to the left hand side, just let the knees drop down. Let's hold it here. Releasing into the right hip, keeping the feet wide, just letting the knees and the thighs soften. Now on your next inhale, bring the knees all the way back up to center. And then let the knees go over to the right, gaze to the left. Inhale, coming back up to center. We just extend the legs away from us, reach the arms all the way up above the head, finding your way into a full body stretch. Point the toes. And then push the heels away as you reach the arms. And then as you exhale, start to bring the arms back down and bring the knees in towards the body. Wrap the arms around the top of the shins, grabbing hold of wrists, elbows, forearms, fingertips, whatever you can grab as you squeeze and hug those knees in towards the chest. Every time you exhale, just letting the knees and thighs release a little bit more down towards the mat. Excellent. Release the hands from the shins. Take the arms wide, palms push down into the mat. And again, we're just going to rock now across the spine from left to right. Kind of similar to what we were doing with the knees earlier, but now the feet are lifted. And you're still just moving with the breath. And then next time the knees come over towards the left-hand side, just let them come all the way down to the mat. Gaze over the right shoulder, breathing here. You can have your left hand on the right thigh just to help deepen the stretch. And then as you inhale, let's bring the knees back up to center and then take the knees over to the right hand side. Gaze over the left shoulder, right hand on the left thigh this time. Feeling out that twist through the body as you relax with every exhale. Excellent. Release the hand as you inhale, bring the knees all the way back up to center. Excellent. Give yourselves a nice big squeeze. And then we're going to just roll onto our right hand side, taking the knees, the shoulders, the arms all the way over to the right hand side. Just breathe here. And then using your left hand, let's push ourselves all the way up to find a comfortable seated position on the mat. Lovely. Now take one hand out to the side in line with your hips and start to reach the opposite arm up and over. Gaze up towards the lifted fingertips, the lifted arm. Try and keep both your sit bones grounded down into the mat. And you have the option to try and slide that left forearm, in my case it's my left arm, down towards the mat. Doesn't matter which one you've done because we're going to come straight into the other side. And this is a posture I really notice if I do it first thing in the morning, I'm a lot tighter. If I do it later in the day, I've loosened up a bit. I can come deeper into the pose. Excellent. Turn your chest down towards the mat. We're going to sweep the arm forwards and around to the other side. And then start to reach the left fingertips up and over. Maybe forearm comes down towards the floor. Relax the shoulder away from that top ear. Stretching out into the side body. Excellent. Turn your chest down towards the mat. Sweep the arm all the way around and come back up to center. Hands to rest on your knees. Let's just cross the legs the other way around. And then we're going to come forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Open the chest. Gaze goes up. And then exhale. Suck the belly button in. Tuck the chin. Rocking back. This is your seated cat and cow pose. Inhale. Coming all the way forward. Exhale, rocking back. Taking 3 more, I just demo on the side as well so you can see. I'm trying to get as much movement into my spine, my neck, my shoulders as possible. Excellent. As you inhale, come all the way forwards. Let's find our way into a tabletop position. And this time, instead of doing our cat and cow, we're going to wiggle from left to right. And then you can circle around the hips in one direction. And then circle them back around the other way. We're going to circle around into the shoulders, the arms, the hands, and then circle them back the other way. And then if there's any movement you need to make here, maybe there's a head roll, maybe you want to get a little bit more juicy and flowy, maybe you can feel something knotted in the back and you just want to work there, working it out. Just move in a way that feels good for your body. Excellent. Coming back to stillness. Extend the right leg out behind you. And just step the right foot out to the side, across the top of the left leg. And just start to turn your gaze towards that right foot. So you're really stretching into the side of the body here. Excellent. Release the right knee back to the mat. Extend the left leg. And then start to step that left leg up and over to the right hand side as you twist and take the gaze towards the left big toe. Keep pushing down through both hands. Excellent. Inhale, come back to center. Let's give the wrists a little break. Take the knees wide, big toes touch. Push the hips towards the heels and just start to soften the whole body down to the mat, forehead to the mat. Try and have a softness in the elbows and the shoulders. Just release those arms. Excellent. On your next inhale, pulling yourselves up into a tabletop position. Bring the knees back underneath the hips. As you inhale, take the right arm up towards the ceiling. Gaze goes up. And as you exhale, thread the arm underneath the left, right ear down to the mat. But we're not staying here. As you inhale, bring the arm all the way up. Exhale, right arm comes down. Lovely. One more time. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And then this time, arm threads through, right ear to the floor. This is our thread the needle pose. So you can stay here or wrap the left arm around the lower back, grab hold of the top of the right thigh. You can stay here or extend the left leg out behind you. If you're feeling strong in the core, you want to test your balance, just let the left toes float away from the mat. Breathing here. Excellent. Left knee to the floor. Unravel, unwind that left hand. Push down through the hand. Reach the right arm all the way up. And right hand comes down. Excellent. If you need to release into that left wrist, just give it a circle round. Feel free. Push down through the right hand. Inhale, left fingertips reach up, gaze goes up. As you exhale, thread the left arm down and underneath the right, left ear to the floor. Move with the breath. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Let's do one more like that. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Arm comes all the way up. And then this time we'll hold. Thread the arm through, left ear to the floor. Use the right hand to twist and open the chest. You can stay here or wrap the right arm around your lower back. Grab hold of the top of the left thigh. See how you're feeling on this side. Option to extend the right leg. Maybe the foot stays on the floor. Maybe you gently lift the right foot. Breathing here. Excellent. Release the knee, the foot, unravel the right hand. Left arm reaches all the way up. And then left hand comes to the mat. Take the knees wide. Release into that right hand as you come down if you need to. Push the hips back towards the heels. Find that child's pose. This time we're going to walk the hands over to the right hand side of the mat. Maybe left hand comes to rest on top of the right hand. On your next inhale, bring the hands all the way back to center and then over to the left hand side. Softening the head, the forehead down to the mat, right hand on top of the left. Just an option, feeling out that stretch down the right side of the torso. And then inhale, come all the way back. Walk the hands in towards the body, rolling up the spine, chin tucked to chest, head is the very last thing to come all the way up. Excellent. Take your time. As you inhale, we're going to sweep the arms forwards and up. Coming up onto the knees, gaze goes up towards the lifted fingertips. Hands come down to the hips. Shuffle your knees in line with your hips. And then step the right foot forward, right knee stacked above the right ankle, hips lower down towards the mat. If there's too much pressure on the back knee, you can fold up an extra bit of the mat just for some extra cushioning, or grab a cushion or a blanket underneath that back knee. Now from here, we're going to carry on moving with the breath. So you can reach the arms out wide like cactus arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, gaze goes up. As you exhale, imagine you're hugging a giant beach ball, tuck the chin. Inhale, open the chest, gaze goes up. Exhale, rolling forwards, tuck the chin. 2 more, inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Excellent. Hands come back to the hips, roll back up through the head, step the right knee back to meet the left. Excellent. Same thing on the other side. Step that left foot forwards, left knee stacked above the left ankle. Let the hips drop down. Just breathe here first. Set up that back knee. If you want the extra cushioning, the extra padding, do what you need to. And then when you're ready, we're reaching the arms up like cactus branches. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, gaze goes up. As you exhale, tuck the chin round the spine. Arms come around that giant beach ball. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more time. Inhaling. Exhaling. Lovely. Hands to the hips, rolling up through the head, pushing back, left knee to meet the right. Excellent. Find the hands to the mat, tabletop position. Tune in with your body again, just as you did before. If there's any movement you want to make, feel free to make it. And then when you're ready, tucking the toes under, nice deep inhale. As you exhale, start to push back, downward facing dog. Walking out through the legs. Bending one knee and then the other. And then trying to find your stillness in your down dog. So commonly what people try and do in their down dog is they straighten the legs and they end up rounding through the back like I am now. And it starts to get really tiresome on the shoulders and the arms. What we're trying to do is keep the back long and flat. So to do that, we bend the knees and then we push the hips back and up, push the chest down towards the mat a little bit more. And then you can see hopefully that my back is flattening out here. Excellent. Looking to the hands. We're going to walk the feet up towards the hands, take the feet wide, turn the toes out. Sink the hips down low, elbows come to the insides of the knees or the thighs. So this is our yogi squat position. Doesn't matter how low the hips are, as long as the heels are pushing down. So just work with your body, and if you want to, we can just have a play around, taking the weight from one foot to the other. Opening up into the hips. And then starting to find our stillness here. And you'll notice that if you've done that little warming up through the hips, it's just a little bit easier to hold this squat. Try and keep the chest open, shoulders relaxed, no hunching forwards, no rounding forwards. Excellent. Release the hands. Let the hips reach up to the ceiling. Heel toe the feet to hip distance. Bend the knees enough so that you can get your belly to touch your thighs. Let the head hang heavy. Maybe grab hold of opposite elbows. Maybe nod the head, shake the head. Releasing any tension down towards the floor. Release the hands, push down through the feet, start to roll all the way up. Chin tucked to the chest, head is the very last thing to come up. Nice, stepping the feet together. We'll take our Tadasana posture. So think about picking up all of your toes, lifting them up, spreading them nice and wide, and then replacing them one by one onto the mat. Squeeze the kneecaps, squeeze the thighs, tuck the tailbone under. Think about pushing down through the balls of the feet and the heels as much as you're pushing up through the crown of the head. Try not to lift up the chin. We want to have the chin parallel to the floor. And then you can just circle around through the shoulders here, a couple of times one way, a couple of times back round the other way. Releasing the fingertips down, breathe. On your next inhale, let's breathe the arms all the way up above the head. Interlace the thumbs, spread the fingers nice and wide. We call it the butterfly grip. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, we're going to reach up and over to one side. Doesn't matter which side. Squeeze the kneecaps, squeeze the thighs, keep the shoulders away from your ears. Every time you inhale, go longer with the body. As you exhale, fold deeper. Excellent. Inhale, come all the way up. Cross the thumbs the other way. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, reach up and over towards the opposite side. Excellent. Shoulders away from the ears, chest nice and open, face is relaxed. Inhale, length. Exhale, fold deeper. Inhale, coming all the way up. Release the hands, let them float down to the lower back, fingertips pointing down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, step the feet to hip distance. Coming into a back bend, push the hips forwards. You can stay working here. You could take the gaze up to the ceiling above you. You could start to trace the gaze along the ceiling. Maybe gaze comes back behind you. Make sure you're breathing. Keep squeezing the elbows together. Excellent. As you inhale, coming all the way up. Hands to the hips, softness in the knees, long spine. As you fold from those hips, hands, belly comes down to the thighs, and then hands come to the floor. You can take your first two fingers, wrap them around the big toes. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, pull down on the toes. Elbows pulling out to the sides of the mat, head hanging heavy. Breathe. Try and have your shoulders softening away from your ears, up towards your sit bones. Again, we have the belly resting on the thighs, so we're not straightening the legs and rounding forwards through the back. We're trying to learn how to fold forwards from our hips. Lovely. Release the bind from the toes, hands to the floor. Bring those hands up to the hips, soften into the knees, push down through the feet, keep the spine long as you come all the way back up. Just step the feet together here, breathe. So we're coming into a slightly more energetic part of the yoga practice.
And you can do as much or as little as you need to. It's just a little bit to raise the heart rate, and then we'll be back down, stretching out into the body on the mat. So step towards the top of your mat. Inhale, take the arms wide, gaze goes up. As you exhale, soften into the knees, reach forward, fold forwards, hands come all the way down to the mat. We're going to step the feet back into our downward facing dog, the posture that we already did. Now, inhale, let's lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. Look to your hands, step the right foot up in between your hands. Find your balance, sweep the arms all the way up. If this feels too much, you can do it with the back knee down. We're not going to stay here. As we exhale, hands come down to frame that back foot. If you drop the back knee, lifting it back up, and then shoot the right leg back up towards the ceiling. 2 more times. Inhale, lift to the hands. Step the right foot all the way up. Help it along if you need to. Sweep the arms up. And then exhale, hands come down. Shoot the right leg back and up. Last one. Right leg comes all the way up. Help the arms up. And then exhale, hands coming down. Shoot the right leg back and up. This time, bend the right knee, open up across the hips, point the right knee up towards the ceiling. Excellent. Release the right leg down to the mat. Inhale, come forwards, find a high plank position. Lower the knees, the chest, and the chin. Slide the body forwards. Lift the head, lift the chest, untuck the toes. And then tuck the toes under, push the hips back towards the heels, and extend into your downward facing dog. So just breathing here. Same thing on the left hand side. This is as energetic as we're getting today in our yoga practice. So inhale, left leg reaches up. Look to the hands, step that left foot all the way forwards. Lovely. Find your balance. Swing the arms up. Exhaling, hands come down. Shoot the left leg back, up, into the sky. Inhale, look to the hands. Step the left foot forwards. Sweeping the arms up. Exhaling, hands come down. Left leg releases up towards the ceiling. One more time. Inhale, look to the hands. Help the left foot up. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Left leg reaches back and up. Excellent. Bend the knee, open up across the hips. Point the left knee up towards the ceiling. Nice. As you inhale, lower the left foot down. Come forwards into your high plank. You can take knees, chest, chin like we did before, or lower down, chaturanga, one straight line, bending the elbows back. Inhaling, pulling yourself forwards and up, untucking the toes, up dog. Rolling over the toes as you lift those hips. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Excellent. Drop the knees to the mat. You're back into your tabletop position. Hips stacked above the knees. We're going to start to walk the hands forwards. Lower the head, lower the chest, down towards the mat. This might feel quite tight into your shoulders and your upper arms. So adjust as you need to. Maybe lift up a little bit. Maybe come up a little bit. But just keep letting your chest melt down towards the mat. If you feel particularly comfortable here, you can bend into the elbows, bring the hands into a prayer behind the back of the head. If that doesn't feel comfortable, you can always re-extend the arms. Just taking a couple more breaths. Excellent. pushing down through the forearms. We're sliding the body all the way forwards to come into our Sphinx pose. So the hips are released, toes are untucked, head and chest are lifted. We're bowing the head down, letting the shoulder blades just slide towards each other. Letting the head feel heavy. Excellent. Little more movement with the breath. Take the hands out wide to the width of the mat. Push down through the hands as you start to lift the head. Open the chest. Gaze goes up. As you exhale, bend into the elbows. Release them back to the mat. Tuck the chin. Bow the head. Inhaling, pushing down through the hands. Straighten up through the arms. Gaze goes up. Exhaling, elbows come down. Rounding in the head and the chest, chin tucked. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. Lifting the head all the way back up. We're just going to come all the way down to lie on our stomach. Take your gaze towards the right hand side. Release the arms beside you. Just completely relax and surrender here. Taking the arms out beside you like cactus arms again. We're going to bend into the right knee, bring the right knee out in line with the right hip. Right foot turns out to the side. Let those hips soften and release all the way to the mat. Release tension in the lower back here as you breathe. 2 more times. Releasing the right leg all the way back to meet the left. Take the gaze over to the opposite side. When you're ready, bend into the left knee. Bring that left knee out in line with the left hip. Let the hips soften, settle, relax. Just breathe. Two more breaths. And then release the left leg to meet the right. Bring the arms back down beside you again. Just breathe here. Hands come underneath the shoulders as you push your body all the way back. Take the knees wide, big toes touch, hips push back towards the heels. Forehead softens down towards the mat. Walk the hands in towards the body, rolling up the spine, chin tucked to chest. Head is the very last thing to come all the way up. Slide the legs out in front of you. Let's shuffle all the way forwards. Have a bend in the knees, soles of the feet to the floor as we roll back down onto our mats. Step the feet close enough in towards the body that you can touch the heels with the fingertips. Push the lower back into the mat and then start to roll all the way up the spine, chest to chin,
And then roll all the way back down, making sure there's nothing behind the back of your head that's obstructing you. Sometimes my hair gets in the way. Push down through the feet, lower back into the mat as you roll up. And then rolling all the way back down. Excellent. Option to add the arms in. So as you inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, arms come down. 2 more times, whichever variation you're taking, whatever feels best for your body. One more time. Lovely. Hug the right knee in towards the chest, interlace the fingers around the top of the right shin, and you can slide the left leg away from you. Every time you exhale, squeeze and hug the knee a little closer towards the shoulder. And then we'll guide the right knee across the body, coming into our final twist, right hip stacked on top of the left hip. Now your right knee could come to the floor or your fist, or it could hover. See what feels best for you. And then release the right fingertips away, gaze follows the fingertips. Breathe. Fantastic stillness and focus. As you inhale, bringing that knee all the way back to center. Give it a nice little squeeze in towards the body. And then release the right leg all the way out to meet the left. Just take a moment of stillness here. Let everything circulate back to normal. Maybe feeling the differences, the imbalances across the body because of the last couple of postures we've done on the right hand side. Let's even that out now. So, bend into both knees and then hug the left knee in towards the body. Squeeze that left knee down towards the left shoulder. Now, same as before, if you prefer, you can extend the right leg away. Just see how that feels on your lower back. And then every time you exhale, you're squeezing and you're hugging the knee closer to the shoulder. Excellent. We'll transition over to the right hand side. So you're bringing that left knee across the body to the right hand side. You could let the knee just hover here, or maybe it comes to the floor, or maybe you prefer resting that knee on your fist or a cushion. Once you're all set up with the lower half of the body, you can release the left fingertips away. Gaze follows the fingertips. Breathing here. Couple more breaths here. And then let's inhale, bring the knee all the way up to center. Give it a nice squeeze in towards the body. One final time before you extend the left leg to meet the right, coming into our very final posture of the practice. You've been moving, stretching, strengthening, focusing, balancing the body and the mind so that you can find complete stillness here. There's nothing left to do but breathe. If you have the time, I would like to spend a little bit more time in this final posture. Please feel free. If you'd like to transition out of your relaxation with me, we're wiggling our fingers, our toes, circling into the wrists and the ankles, reaching the arms all the way up above the head, coming into a stretch. Releasing the arms down beside the body, rolling over onto your right hand side. And when you're ready, slowly pushing yourself up to find a comfortable seated position. Take a moment to acknowledge the time that you found in your day to practice today. Be grateful for your incredible mind and your incredible body that got you here. Know that wherever you are in this precise moment is exactly where you're meant to be. Thank you for joining me for your Westside Wellbeing session, whether it's on Wednesday or at some other time. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Namaste. Thanks so much, and hopefully see you on the mat again soon. Tons of stuff that we do with Westside. So you've got yoga, Pilates, Tabata, circuits. So for whatever you need, there'll be a video for you. Take care, everyone. Bye.